All right. Municipal Court for the City of Cuero is now in session. Honorable Gary J. Schroeder presiding.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the court. Have a seat. Why is it showing I'm still muted?
No, you're unmuted.
Oh, yeah.
That's Caitlin. Yeah, Caitlin's muted.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the municipal court. We're doing things a little bit different this day and age, in that I'll be talking to you folks and also have a live, what we call Zoom, that we have folks who want to call in and make their appearance that way. So a couple of comments, and then we'll go ahead and get started. When I call your name, come on up, and I'll either read or explain the charge. The charge has been filed against you. Once you tell me that you understand the charge, then I'll ask you to enter a plea. Under the law, you can enter a plea of guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you enter a plea of not guilty, that means obviously you're contesting the charges and you are exercising your constitutional right that we all have to have your day in court. Now, we have a process that we use prior to having your trial, and that's called a pretrial. And that's a legal term which allows you to visit with the prosecutor. That's the person who presents the evidence to me or to the jury. And we found this to be a very useful method of resolving a lot of issues in matters such as this. So we will set you a date to come in and do that, or you can do it Zoom also, whichever is easiest for you. And if you work something out, then that's presented to me. If I think it's reasonable, I approve it, and that takes care of it. If you cannot reach an agreement, then you come back to me and we talk about how you want your case tried, either in front of me or in front of a jury. And the jury in municipal court consists of 6 people. We bring in a group of folks who live in the city of Cuero, and from that group, 6 people then are selected to be on the jury, and they will listen to the evidence and decide your guilt or innocence. If you're either decided that you're going to forego that, or decide it now by entering a plea of either guilty or no contest, just quickly on those, no contest means you're not admitting or denying it. Guilty means you're admitting it. Most of the time where a no contest plea has significance, if you were involved in some type of accident or possibly some type of altercation, you could give that some thought. Now, once you enter that plea, this is what I call and consider and have for always. This is a people's court. What I mean by that is, if you have something you want to discuss with me about your particular situation prior to me setting a fine, I'm here to listen to it. I'm going to listen to it, and I'm going to take it into consideration when we go ahead and make a disposition in your matter. If you're going to want some time to take care of your matter, to pay it out, we try to work with you. You just need to tell me what you think you can do, and if I think it's reasonable, we're gonna go along with it. Again, when you're up here, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask them. We're here to try to answer them the best we can. And with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Alexa Johnson, parents, come on up. Yeah, I don't think you've been here before. So the law says that because of her age, it requires a parent or legal guardian to be present. Okay. All right. Now, what I have in front of me is a document that alleges on June the 15th charges you with the offense of disorderly conduct. Particularly, there are different versions of disorderly conduct, but this particular one alleges that you were fighting in public. You understand why you're here? And Mom, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
To the charge, guilty, not guilty, no contest.
Guilty.
All right. We'll go ahead and accept that plea. What's going on with this?
We were at the park, and I don't even know how it started. I was trying to leave, and it started. I don't know. And then I was trying to leave, looking for my phone or whatever, and they kept arguing or whatever. And then pretty much, I don't know. I was just reading on.
Well, here's the thing. You're probably nervous. You should be. Okay. But I don't want you to feel like you're scared or pressured. But it is important that I know your side of the story. Because right now, the only thing I have is a document that charges you with a criminal offense. Okay. And as I said just a few minutes ago, when you and your mom were sitting in the front row, I want to hear from people. I'm particularly concerned when I have someone like you in my court. And what I mean by that is the age. Okay? So why don't we try starting over and trying to tell me what happened that day?
I was sitting at the park, and so I was looking for my phone. Like, I was sitting down at first on the thing, and then I was just waiting there, and they were just like talking a lot of stuff, right? Trying to fight me or whatever, and I didn't want to fight, so we were just sitting there, and then I decided to get up, and then I was looking for my phone or whatever, and
They took her phone. And the story I got was her and her friend Yasmin were there. They were hanging out with the lady who beat her up. And she was fine until a bunch of boys came. And then she started acting different and wanting to fight Alexa. And then her friend Yasmin was trying to, like, she was like standing over her asking why they want to fight. And they told Yasmin to stay out of it, wasn't her business. And then she just hit Alexa. Then Yasmin got her off of Alexa and they started fighting. And then another girl came and jumped on Yasmin's back while she was getting up. Then the girl that beat her up got up and attacked her. I have the video on the phone. That's what I got out of it from her and Yasmin.
So what do we got going on here? We got some kind of ongoing feud, so to speak.
She told me that she doesn't know. She knows the girl that did it, but they're not like friends. Like the first time they've actually really hung out was that day, and she was fine with her until the boys showed up.
All right. But she's the one that got filed on.
My mother called the cops, and then we told him what happened. He went to talk to her. Then when he talked to her, the girl said that she started it, so he gave us the ticket.
All right. Now, tell me this, with this happening, what have you done about it at home?
At home, she's not allowed to go anywhere. I don't know what to do really. A while back, her friend Yasmin actually beat her up, and for a while I wasn't.
I wouldn't call that a friend. Okay, I'm hearing some stories. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a fine of $500 in court costs, total of $581. That's not for you to pay yet. Hopefully, you won't pay it. I'm going to put, or all of it. I'm going to put you on what's called deferred. It's a legal term that means you're going to be on an unsupervised probation for 6 months. That take you into the school year. That means keep your grades up. Do what your folks tell you to do. Who started what, I don't know. The difference, though, is that you're here in court. And this is an opportunity over the next 6 months to walk away from it if it occurs again, call the people in authority, stay away from the trouble. Prove to me that this was one of those incidences that it happened, but it's not going to become a routine, a form of habit. Because I can tell you, I've got some people this morning sitting over in jail where they have become a form of habit. And that's not a place you want to be. Okay? So you're going to get 6 months to prove that to me, prove to your mother, your dad, more important, most of all, to you. And when you come back in here in 6 months, if we don't have any other problems, I'll reduce it. It's not about the money. Now there will be, you got to pay the court costs. I'm thinking ahead, okay? I'm thinking ahead that then I think I'm right. We're not going to have any other problems. So I'll come back in and then do save your money because you will be paying it. I do not accept money from parents. Any questions? Any questions, Mom? All right. Good luck to y'all.
Thank you.
So they have a speech or some paperwork?
Just gonna go through this,
Another one?
I guess this one in that club was
Okay. It's Dilworth. I wish I'd known that was companion case. All right. That's okay. Good morning. How are y'all? You the mother?
Yeah.
Okay. We've asked you to be here because she's under the legal age to be in court by herself. Okay. And what I'm looking at is a document here that charges you with disorderly conduct for fighting in the public. You understand why you're here? You need to answer out loud. All right, thank you. The case I just heard, is that the companion? Okay, all right. I kind of got that when I thought that. Anyway, you understand why you're here now to the charge. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. How do you want to plead? What's going on here? I want to hear your side of this.
It was the end of the school year, and I wanted to fire her at the end of the school because everybody that I was friends with, they were saying that she was talking about me. So, and then she was like, well, I don't know. So, I wanted to fire her again, but then she said she didn't want to. So then I let it rest out for a little bit, and then I talked to her, and then she was talking to me. So then I would let her rest off again. And then we went to the pool. It was cool. But when we went to the park, yeah, I was talking a lot, but still. And then it wasn't even because of the boys. The boys was already there. They was at the pool. And then we walked to the park. Then her friend, I pushed her, and then her friend jumps off and then started hitting me. And that's when my friend jumped in and started hitting her. So then we all started fighting. And then I asked Yasmin if I can get my one with her. And Yasmin was like, yeah, you can. So that's when I fought her again. And then that's it.
Okay. What's your thoughts on this, Mom?
I didn't like the situation at all. I worked a lot. I got my hands full. Got 3 kids. I was tired that day. She wanted to go to the park. It's been some chaos with her and the little girl because she's been telling me every day, Mom, I think I'm gonna get into a fight every day at school. So every day after school, I try to be the first one, try to get there, so she don't fight. I don't know what's going on in the school because I can't be in there. But she told me her and the little girl been having confrontation. She called and told me, come pick me up. I got into a fight. I rushed over there, and it was already a done deal. I don't know. It was like 5 of them.
Well, it sounds like you're trying to do the best you can to avoid it and stuff. But it sounds to me like this is sort of if I'm understanding what I'm hearing, if I'm hearing what I think I'm hearing, we've got an age-old problem with this. Happens to be a boy somewhere in the middle of this.
I don't know. It's like it's the summertime. All the kids are up there. Nobody's watching them. Everybody want to go swimming. And, you got all these kids.
Yep.
Fight.
Yep.
So,
All right, I'm gonna tell you something I told her. The difference. What I'm also hearing is about someone who actually maybe should be here is not here, and then maybe your friend should be here, not here. That's I'm not out there making that determination, but you're here, and so what we're going to do in regard to this is I'm going to set a $500 fine. Court costs $81, $581. It's going to be the same as what I hope at the end of all this we can now truly refer to as your friend who's sitting there on the front row. It's not worth coming into court over. It's not worth possibly having this on your record. Okay. What I found over the years is people start with this and then it seems somehow to keep growing and get into worse. You don't want that either, Mom. I know you don't. You look like you're working hard, long hours and things. So when y'all come back into court in 6 months, we're going to sit here and I'm going to review this. And you, like your hope to be friend, come in here and show me that you have lived up to the terms. I'll lower the fine just like I do with everybody. It's not about the money, but screw it up, mess it up. It will be the money. It will be $581. It will be a conviction. Now, don't let that happen. It's not so much for me, really not so much for your mother. I know she would like to see that not happen, but it's really for you. You got your whole future ahead of you. Okay? So go ahead and have a seat. We got some papers for y'all to sign. Thank you.
He asked for his court date to be changed to today.
We do have some folks
We
online.
have one, and she's next.
Okay. What do we got here? Ellen Dry. Ellen? Good morning. All right, I'm looking at alleged speeding, 70 to 55. Is that what you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, so 15 miles over, allegedly guilty, not guilty, no contest.
No contest.
All right, anything you want to talk about before I set a fine? It's going to be $5 a mile, so it's 15 times 5 is $75 plus court costs.
What about getting off the record? Is that possible?
I'm sorry.
Is that possible to get off the record?
What we do is, and it looks like you do not have you don't have a CDL. I do those quite regularly. What it is though, what you're going to do is, they call it a special expense fee. It's substantially higher. It's like $200 in court costs. So you're looking at $334, and then I'll put you on an unsupervised probation for 6 months. No convictions during that period of time. Okay. And if that occurs and you're still down in Victoria,
Yes, sir.
all right, before you leave today, we're going to give you some paperwork. And right at the end of that period of time, there's an affidavit for you to sign that says you hadn't had any other convictions. All right. I get that back. Court costs are paid. The special expense fee is paid and charge is dismissed. It means it doesn't leave here. It doesn't go to Austin. It doesn't get reported as anything.
Yes, sir.
It's as if it didn't happen. Okay. Is that what you want?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. If you'll go ahead and have a seat, we'll call you up in a minute and we'll get the paperwork done.
You won't be a minute. It's gonna be 2 years.
Doing the online one?
That's your online.
All right. All right. Let's see. Miss Liz, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
Great, thank you.
All right. I'm looking at a document here that's charging you with having expired license plates. Is that your understanding of why you're in court?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Okay. What have you done about getting that corrected?
I actually have an appointment set over. I've gone before, but there's been like really long lines and you have to set an appointment. So I have an appointment set. It's for, give me one moment. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. It's set for July 12th at 2:05 on Airport Boulevard. And because I've already gotten the inspection, I already have the my insurance and everything on it. It's just that I thought it was for Bastrop. Whenever I went to Bastrop and tried to get it, they're like, no, it's Travis County. You need to do this, this, and that. And so, I'm sorry. Let me put the back on.
But
Whenever-
you got the inspection done and now you have to have an appointment on July 12th to go pay for your sticker?
Yes. Because over here you have to go to, mine was actually expired. The vehicle engine had gone out. So it was out since 2019. We got it fixed finally. And then with COVID and stuff, I hadn't gotten to the location to get it done.
All right. Well, let me go back up here a minute. On that particular charge, you plead guilty, no contest. Which one do you want to do?
I don't know. I mean, if I can try to fight the cause, then I guess not guilty. I mean, I don't know.
Would you like some time to think about it, and I'll come back to you when I have some other folks here in the courtroom to take care of? I need to have one of those three, please.
Is there any way I can provide you with the documentation once I get it and then not pay the fee, or?
There is a way that the law allows for part of what she said, but it's triggered upon having a plea first. In other words,
Okay.
just because you got the citation, that doesn't mean you're guilty. It's that officer's opinion, and that's what the law says, and that's what the Constitution says. And I'm pretty strong follower of that. I'm a very strong follower. So it's not that I don't want to talk to you. It's just that the law says you're not obligated to come in and prove that you're not guilty. It's for whoever wrote the citation to prove that you are guilty. So, but there are methods under this particular statute that allows for some leadway in getting less than the full amount, provided you do get compliance. Now, has that helped you any in understanding?
Yes.
All right,
So I mean, I did have it not on there. I mean, it was on there, but it's expired. So I'm guilty, I guess you can say. Guilty.
All right, so here's how it works.
Mhm.
If you get the proof in here you're going on the 12th?
I think it was the 3rd. Yeah, one moment.
13th?
Yeah, no, the 12th at 2:05.
Yeah. All right, you send proof, send a copy of your receipt, and along with $20 is what the statute allows, since you're going to be in compliance to get that done. If for some reason you can't get that done, I suggest you get online with me and talk about why you're having a problem getting that done, because otherwise I'll have to set a fine, and that'd be $181. So
Okay.
it would be to your benefit to, go through it and get that, get your sticker, get your receipt, get it sent to me along with the $20, and that'll take care of it.
The car is in my husband's name, and right now we're having issues with that X or whatever you want to call it right now. So I know I don't know
if unless they're doing something really different in Travis County, and I don't say this facetiously, but they sometimes do things a little different. Really, all you need to take is your proof of insurance and your inspection sticker and your title, and that should be all you need to get your sticker. All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, who else we have?
We're in the room. We're done with Zoom. We'll reset.
Jason, isn't that? Jason, how you doing this morning? Come on up a little closer. All right, I'm looking at a alleged violation of a city ordinance for having livestock, what they call running at large, just wasn't confined. Do you understand why you're here?
Yes.
All right, guilty, not guilty, no contest.
Guilty.
What's going on?
I just had leased a little place on Bridge Street and I was building fence. And I had like a temporary fence and it had rained a bunch and they just kind of leaned in and laid it over. And I was just right around the corner at my house getting some more posts and stuff. And the sheriff, the PD called and I just went right back over there, called him in hand. But it was 2 days in a row. So
Okay, so that's probably what happened. It's 2 days in a row. All right, I'm gonna set a fine of $200 in court costs, be a total of $276. I'm gonna go ahead and what we call deferred. I'm not gonna require that you pay it. I'm gonna put you on an unsupervised probation for 6 months.
Okay.
In other words, what I'm trying to get at is I understand what you're telling me. I just want to make sure that was because of the rain. So you keep them in and then you come back in 6 months, and if there are no other problems, I'll reduce that amount.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Just have a seat and we'll have some paperwork and then we'll get you out of here.
Okay.
For Alan Dry, are we waiting the DSC or is he required to take it? Or will his deferred
He needs to take it.
take it? Okay, last one is Mr. Rodriguez. That was supposed to come for the pretrial last week. Oh, my days are off since he files on Thursdays.
All right, so he didn't show for the pre-trial, and then we have another.
So you told us put him on the docket for this week so he can say why he wasn't here Thursday.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez. All right, you entered a plea of not guilty sometime back, and then we set you up for a pre-trial for the 24th, and you didn't show.
Yes, I was had to work that day. I kind of forgot.
You still want the pre-trial?
Yes.
What's our next pre-trial date?
July 29th.
So it's in there.
That's going to be on both of these.
Yes.
I'm going to reset these matters to July the 29th. I will not accept an excuse if you forgot, you had to work, you had something else to do, you don't show up on the 29th, I'm going to issue a warrant.
Overstood.
Thank you.
Paperwork.
No, that's it.
All right, we got anybody else live?
No, sir. Think so.
We don't know, just leave it going. I've got to call the jail.
Oh, yeah, I saw where he had a no bond, so I'm thinking it's probably out. He's still there.
Would y'all pull me,
It's in the back. who? On Carrie?
Carrie Franklin?
Yes, sir, yeah.
All right. Y'all bring that up.
Oh,
Good morning, Sergeant. How are you? No kidding, stranger. Oh, I told the officer the other day, I said, maybe it's a good thing we are doing these Zoom things. I hadn't returned your phone call. If I came over there in person, you'd probably let me be over there for a while. Well, I've had two different situations where that's been addressed, and I'm not sure that has been resolved. Got to go next week to see if making any progress. So I don't know. I guess the other side of that coin is not you, but me. I gotta also look at the side of the old age part kicking in there too. So anyway. Well, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's certainly something that sure been better without it, wouldn't it? Yeah, yeah. But then, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I really don't. Anyway, I'm sitting here in court, and I got Darius Gullery that I need to magistrate. And also, do you know whether that Kerry Donovan Franklin made bond, or is he still there? If you would have trouble time to bring both of them up, I want to visit with him too. Yeah, Kerry Donovan Franklin. He got picked up on some felony stuff. Okay, okay. Good morning, Gary Schroeder. How are you today? I'm fine. They brought in Darius Gullery, Gulloroy, for me to magistrate when you have time, and also that Kerry Franklin is still there. Would you have time to bring him up so I can visit with him also? Well, I'm here in the courtroom right now, and I told him that if he didn't bond out, we'd discuss his case on today. But I can do him a little bit later if I can just get Gullery magistrated and get him done. Oh, okay. Uh, well, I mean, I'm ready to go on these other two. If sounds good, you just eat. Thank you. Bye bye.
for her, if she doesn't send in the proof on the 20, does she,
181.
181 is it due that day? On the 12th as well, will it be due that day to
No,
181?
we'll just see if she gets the 20 in on that day, and
Okay.
then if she doesn't get it sent in, we'll send her a notice and send in that 181.
Okay. She has one more.
All right, I think we can go off of YouTube.